Let's check in with Ming-Na Wen about the Book of Boba Fett on Disney+.
What prevents us all from killing you and taking what we want?
If you had spoken such insolence to Jabba, he'd have fed you to his menagerie.
Tell me about when you started this whole journey with this character, and were you very familiar with this lore, the whole Star Wars lore, and Fennec's place in it, and all of that, or is it something you had to kind of catch up to?
I was not only very familiar with Star Wars, I was a massive fan, and I've been a nerd my entire life, and I grew up with science fiction and fantasy stuff, like everything. I was a Trekker. I read Larry Niven, and just like the whole gamut of authors that were in science fiction. I was president of my science fiction club.
I love it.
So I knew Star Wars. It was a religion for me.
Okay, that's pretty amazing. I love that. Now, when we see her in Boba Fett, how would you describe her moral line? Does she have a moral line? Because you see her she's involved with a lot of unscrupulous people, and she's definitely done things, but where's her personal moral line with what she'll do in the world?
I think she has an honor code of the bounty hunters more than a moral line. I think her morality can shift based on what she needs, because she is still a mercenary at heart.
Yeah.
And for me, I feel like when she almost died, thank goodness she didn't.
Yes, very happy about that. I'm sure you're 100 times more happy than I am.
Yes, it made her feel more vulnerable, and felt that she needed to now maybe team up with someone, and who better than to team up with a legendary bounty hunter like Boba Fett, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's why that relationship works so well, because he also had a near-death experience with the Sarlacc. And it just kind of puts them on even keel, where they have a language and an understanding with each other. Not too many people can share.
Yeah. Would you say what we're going to see in this new series is the loyalty to each other? Is it solid, or is there going to be some of that tension that'll be put upon it?
That's a really good question. I think what you will see in the Book of Boba Fett is the honor system that they have with each other. And the fact that, Boba Fett really grew up within the Empire when he was younger, and he grew up with that sort of training, the military training. And I think with Fennec, she grew up on the street. She has more street smart. And so the combination of their knowledge and experience, I think, really complement each other. And how they develop and build that relationship, you have to watch.
What can you say is the dynamic with the two of them when we see them in Boba Fett? Is it equal, or is she working for him, with him? How's that working?
Equal to a point. I really appreciate that Jon Favreau and Dave and Robert wanted to create this relationship where there's mutual respect and mutual dynamic of within their own circle. But I think they know how to play the game, and Boba Fett has to be sort of the leader, the image of it. But definitely, I think in their personal relationship, there is a great equality.
Click subscribe under this video and check out the Book of Boba Fett starting December 29th on Disney+.